Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back in the video today, and today we're going to be recapping today's college football games, as there are multiple college football games on today with only one ranked team. There was a decent game on today. It was on Fox between a Big Ten matchup, Minnesota versus Nebraska. It was a low-scoring game, good defensive game. Came down to the end when Nebraska would blow a 10-3 lead, and Minnesota would come back and kick a 47-yard field goal to win the game. That's going to be the last game we go over, but let's start off with Wake Forest beating Elon 37-17. Wake Forest's quarterback Mitch Griffiths had a really solid game today. Griffiths had 19 for 30 with 330 passing yards and 3 passing touchdowns. Their running back Claiborne had 1 rushing touchdown with 70 rushing yards. And their wide receiver, Jamal Banks, had a really solid day with 6 receptions for 108 receiving yards and 1 receiving touchdown. Good win for Wake Forest today. How about UCF starting their season with a very, very good win, beating Kent State 56-6, 50-point win. Their quarterback, John Reese Plumlee, had a really solid day, throwing 22 for 30 with 280 passing yards and 3 passing touchdowns. They had multiple running backs that had a good day, but Johnny Richardson had a total of 12 carries for 100 rushing yards with 0 touchdowns, and then also their quarterback, John Reese Plumlee, had a really solid rushing day with a total of 90 rushing yards and 1 rushing touchdown. Now, also, their quarterback Plumlee did throw 2 interceptions, though. Receiving yards, their wide receiver Xavier Townsend had 5 receptions for 81 receiving yards and 1 receiving touchdown. What a win for UCF starting this season, 56-6 with a win today. The other good, other decent games, NC State beat UConn today 24-14. UConn's quarterback Joseph Vanjano threw 14 for 26 with 113 passing yards and 1 interception. And their running back had a really solid day. Victor Rosa had 9 carries for 99 rushing yards and 2 rushing touchdowns. And for NC State, their quarterback, Brennan Armstrong, not the best day, but they got the win. And they were really dominant with the run game, though. But their quarterback threw 17 for 26 with 155 passing yards. But Brennan Armstrong wasn't that good passing, but he was having a great day on the QB run with 96 rushing yards and 2 rushing touchdowns for the QB. So may not been the best game for the pass game for NC State in this ball game, but Armstrong was having his way with his legs today. Maybe not his arm in the pass game, but he did have 2 rushing touchdowns with almost 100 rushing yards. Then you have the game where Minnesota beat Nebraska 13-10 with the game-winning field goal, 47-yard kick. Minnesota's quarterback wasn't the best, but the Minnesota was able to win the game. Ethan Kalakmanis threw 24 for 44 with 196 passing yards and 1 passing touchdown and threw an interception. And he was also sacked 3 times. Their leader in rushing was Sean Tyler with 41 rushing yards, and their leader and wide receiver Daniel Jackson had a great day with 9 receptions for 1 receiving touchdown and 70 receiving yards. And then for Nebraska, their quarterback Jeff Sims threw 11 for 19 with 114 passing yards and 1 passing touchdown. Another quarterback that not that great passing today, threw 3 interceptions for Nebraska, but he was having a really good day on the run, 19 carries for 91 rushing yards for the quarterback. And then their wide receiver, Alex Bullock, had 3 receptions for 56 receiving yards and 1 receiving touchdown for Nebraska. But Nebraska cannot hold on to beat them. And then I'm going to go over this game first, but Missouri beat South Dakota. Missouri beat South Dakota today 35-10. Missouri's quarterback Brady Cook threw 17 for 21 with 172 passing yards and 1 passing touchdown, 0 interceptions. And then they also had another quarterback that played, which was Sam Horn, who threw 3 for 5 with 54 passing yards and 1 passing touchdown, but did throw an interception. They played 2 quarterbacks in this ball game. Then their running back, Cody Schrader, had 18 carries for 1 rushing touchdown and 140 rushing yards. Great day for him. And a wide receiver named Luther Burden III had a really good day with 7 receptions, 96 receiving yards, and 1 receiving touchdown. Missouri had their way today, 35-10. And then this was the only game where you would see a ranked team play. Number 14 Utah, without their quarterback Cam Rising, would face Florida, and Utah won 24-11. The quarterback that started for them today, Bryson Barnes, started off on his first pass through a 70-yard pass for a touchdown, connecting with wide receiver, he connected with wide. I don't know why it's not showing up, because when you look at wide receiver, that's rushing yards. He connected with Monty Parks for a 70-yard touchdown on the first play. And then after that, he would only throw for another 90 passing yards in the rest of the game. And at some point they'd even put another quarterback named Nate Johnson in the ball game. But he threw 12 for 18 with 159 passing yards and 1 passing touchdown. And his first throw of the game was a 70-yard passing play. And then rushing, their leader in rushing was quarterback Nate Johnson with 6 carries, 45 yards, and 1 rushing touchdown. Then leader in receiving was the wide receiver Monty Parks, who had the first play touchdown for 70 yards. For the Florida Gators, their quarterback Graham Mertz had an unbelievable day today. He was not only good he got sacked a crap ton, but he did have a couple good rushes. He threw 31 for 44. 333 passing yards and 1 passing touchdown. Did throw an interception. That might have been the most passing yards by anyone thrown today right there. And then their leader in receiving yards goes to Ricky Purcell with 8 receptions and 92 receiving yards. And their leader in rushing was Trevor Etienne. I'm pretty sure that's Travis Etienne's brother, the Jacksonville Jaguars running back's brother, Trevor Etienne right there. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that is his brother. And Florida does, take an L. Their offense wasn't that good. I thought their defense was pretty good in this ball game, but they're not able to beat Utah without their starting quarterback. And that was really it from today's ball game. Arizona State is still playing right now, and it's 2:40. It's the fourth quarter. It's actually a close game. Arizona State's beating Southern Utah 24-21. There was a rain delay with lightning, and the game just started. They started back up. I can't. It was like 1-something here. I mean, at least here. I mean, there in Arizona, I think it's either 12-something or 1-something. So they're playing pretty late, and there's still 6.5 minutes in the fourth quarter. But Arizona State currently is winning 24-21, but they were up 21-7. But we'll see how that one ends up going. But yeah, I mean, it was a fun day of college football. The Minnesota-Nebraska game was a really good, fun game to watch, and I enjoyed watching the Florida-Utah game. I thought it was going to be a little bit closer, but I mean, Florida, they're okay, but I think Utah's way better than them. But I think Florida, they fought and they tried to win, but they just weren't able to get their offense going in this ball game. But yeah, so Minnesota had a really good day with the 47-yard field goal to win the ball game, and Utah, number 14 Utah, beats Florida without their starting quarterback Cameron Rising. That's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts on the games from today, and peace out.